Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me in my little corner of the internet. So happy summer! Woo! It's finally summer. By the time I'm filming this, technically it's still May, but in my calendar, after Memorial Day, it's officially summer in my head. I cannot wait. I've been so tired of the cold. And funny enough, it's like a cold day today. So I really can't catch a break, but I can't wait. I'm so excited to switch out my tray. This was an absolutely fun tray. What you're looking at right now is my spring tray. This was my perfume tray for May. And here I really primarily focused on a lot of floral fragrances, fresh florals, aquatic florals, some light sweet scents as well. And this was an absolute hit. I also had a few new fragrances in my collection that I was really eager to try and test out. First one was Rose Era from Sniff. So this one is a very pretty perfume. Overall, my thoughts of this fragrance hasn't really changed from my initial reaction. It's pretty. It still has that same bright, sparkly opening. I find that it's so unusual that there's no aldehydes listed in this because it really smells bubbly. When I smell the opening, especially out of the bottle or out of the nozzle, it makes me think of like a sparkling juice or a sparkling wine or like a seltzer, a very sweet seltzer water. Like it's not necessarily a soda, but it's definitely like a seltzer, fizzy, carbonated thing. There's something very bright about it. This is a very, very sweet, sweet floral fragrance. It is more sweet and syrupy than it is fresh and soapy, which, I don't really mind, but when it comes to floral fragrances, although I do like them sweet, don't get me wrong, I do prefer my florals to be a little more on the soapy side, especially because this lists a note of clean laundry or a clean laundry accord or a soap accord. So my expectation was that it was going to smell like a bar of soap with rose in it, especially because for me, I pick up that rose notes can smell very soapy, very powdery, very clean, and even green like. This is not bad, and I'm very happy that I got this on sale. For $30, I think this is a lovely little fragrance. I don't know if I would have purchased it more than $30. I definitely think I need to give this some more wear time, test it out a little more in different seasons and different weather. I will say, as of right now, I may prefer this in cooler weather. I mostly wore it in the early spring, in the beginning of the month when we still had a lot of cooler days, and this is very strong. It has incredible sillage. I'm not gonna lie, like this projects. I think maybe there's some like molecular note in this that allows it to really have a far projecting scent because it's not necessarily a long lasting fragrance. I get moderate wear time, 6 to 8 hours, which is very, very nice for a fragrance, especially a fresh floral fragrance. But this projects quite a lot. So much so that I felt like I would be annoying people if I oversprayed this. So definitely, for me at least, for me and how I prefer to wear my fragrances, a little goes a long way with Rose Era. But suffice it to say, this is a very, very nice perfume. It's very sweet. It's very girly. It's definitely something that has been done before, this particular fragrance profile. This reminds me, I've said it before, it reminds me a lot of Coach Signature, the Eau de Parfum, in that new round bottle. It reminds me a little bit of Mon Paris from YSL because they have that same similar fruity, floral, clean quality to it. But overall, I'm very happy to have this fragrance in my collection. Definitely gonna give this a little bit more wear time. I still absolutely love this bottle and the super magnetic cap. It is a very well constructed fragrance. Another new one in my collection that I was testing out. Honestly, I don't even know why I say I'm testing it out because I knew I was going to love this fragrance. This is Gucci Bloom Profumo de Fiori. I love the Gucci Bloom line. What's nice with this one is that they add a solar accord and tropical florals. So they add ylang ylang to this flanker. You really do get that. It changes the composition of bloom. So the original Gucci Bloom to me has a very clean, very bright and spicy white floral quality. And it's a very heady white floral. Now with the Profumo di Fiori, it still maintains like that floral headiness. It smells like a bouquet of flowers, especially like fresh flowers, but it tones down on that spice that sometimes I find that jasmine can have a certain like crisp, spicy quality to it, fresh, spicy quality. And with the addition of ylang ylang, it gives it a little like creaminess to it. Like I hate to say like it smells like a suntan lotion. This one not so much. It's not so much sunscreeny, but it does give it a more of a powdery, almost creamy effect. It's not as sweet as other tropical floral fragrances I've smelled, but I absolutely love this. I paired it with Shoreline, this little oil from Sand and Fog, because this also has ylang ylang. I finally figured it out, and I did a little research on their website. So this also has ylang ylang and I believe jasmine, maybe some neroli or orange blossom. And on their website, I think they said that this was inspired by Prada's Infusions d'Ylang, which I've never smelled, but I love this little oil and they work nicely. I don't know what I would do without having this into my collection. I will one day slowly acquire the entire Gucci Bloom line, and I feel like this is a stunning little flanker. It still maintains that Gucci Bloom DNA, but with the addition of ylang ylang, it gives it its own new, unique personality. This is created again by that master perfumer, Alberto Morillas. Absolutely love a lot of his work. And this is a banger. Another new fragrance was Sunkissed Hibicus. Oh my God. Y'all. Oh my God. This smells fantastic. Fantastic. I was honestly like stunned by this by this little perfume. I sprayed myself down and I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been missing? This is what you smelled like? Out the nozzle, it doesn't do it justice. Like this is something that has to sit and warm on the skin. This is like yummy yellow florals. Yummy tropical yellow florals. There's some coconut. There's some amber to give it a little sweetness. I don't want to say it's like a vanillic type of sweetness, but it's definitely, the amber gives it a powdery warmth to it. Oh my God, I love this one. I really, really enjoyed it. Like, surprisingly so, I enjoyed it. This smells like a hot girl in the summertime. And it smells like the color yellow. It's bright, it's powdery, it's creamy, it's just a hint sweet. And I feel like I don't want to say it leans towards gourmand because you really get more of that floral quality, but the addition of coconut just kind of gives it like some body. It's really, really nice. My sister has this perfume herself, And she said that she wasn't the biggest fan of it, so it's not a safe blind buy, especially because you really have to enjoy tropical florals. You have to enjoy things like tiare flower and ylang ylang and even some jasmine and coconut. I remember her saying that she's not the biggest fan of coconut. So if you don't like coconut, I don't recommend this one. But girl, if you like coconut, go all in. This is so nice, especially if you can pick this up discounted. I purchased this at a TJ Maxx because I think they are discontinuing the packaging. They're changing up the packaging, which is unfortunate because the packaging is absolutely stunning. These hibiscus flowers are beautiful to look at. But I really, really enjoyed Sunkissed Hibiscus. It was unexpected how much I enjoyed wearing this fragrance. And it leaves such a nice little like cloud of powdery solar goodness all around you. This was another one that I also paired with Shoreline. Just to give it, sometimes I was playing around with it. Shoreline wears a little more sharper and greener and a little more clean. This smells like a very clean soap, while this smells like a creamy, luxurious sunscreen or body lotion. Very nice together. Strawberry Spritz is the cutest little oil that I've gotten to try so far. I have acquired so many strawberry fragrances so far. It's not even funny. But Strawberry Spritz, this is a sand and fog oil inspired by Fleur's Strawberry Letter. And really what I get out of this is that it opens up quite clean and soapy, like a strawberry scented liquid soap, and it dries down to a very sweet, candied like artificial strawberry. I honestly, I really enjoyed it. In the dried, like even smelling it out the bottle again, like the opening is very clean, very bright, very, very fruity. In the dry down, there's notes of vanilla and caramel, which gives it that strawberry candy-like quality. So really, like imagine if you had like a strawberry Laffy Taffy, or yeah, honestly, yeah. Like imagine if you had a strawberry Laffy Taffy that was kind of melting on your skin or something. That's what Strawberry Spritz smells like. It's very cute. To be honest, I don't know if I would have ever spent Fleur prices to smell like strawberry Laffy Taffy, but you know, for I think $16.99, sure, why not? And this is easy to pair with and layer with, but honestly, I just wore it on its own when I was unsure of what I wanted to wear that day. The rest of my trays are some longtime loves, well used and abused perfumes. One of them, Chloe Eau de Parfum Naturel. The dent does not lie. I have used this poor girl up. I'm almost finished, and I'm hoping that I can get I would like to get a backup or at least repurchase, because this is the most beautiful, clean, green, fresh, powdery rose scent. There's rose and mimosa. I've been on like a yellow floral kick lately, and I didn't realize how much I would enjoy yellow florals like this. But hey, what can you do? So with the addition of mimosa, it really gives this like a really natural floral quality. It's very powdery. It's very green. It's very fresh. Like imagine rose, like a rose garden after the rain. I really, really enjoy this little perfume. And I can't see myself not having this fragrance in my collection. Coach, the Eau de Toilette. This is different from the Eau de Parfum. This is a fresher, more citrus version of the Eau de Parfum. It still has rose, it still has some moss in the dry down. I believe moss or like a mossy note or patchouli or maybe some wood. And it has like a bright citrusy, like citron, bergamot opening. Very fresh, very clean, even a little shampoo-like. I find that as I was wearing this, I'm every time I wear this, I should say, I'm often reminded of J'adore. It has a very similar quality to J'adore, but without that white floral accord. I don't know how they did that. Perhaps there is something in the floral notes that they share, but I love bringing this out every spring, summer season. This has been a staple in my collection for 2 or 3 years now. This is a 100 ml bottle, and I'm maybe 60% through it now. And every time I go to the stores and I pass by, I see that they still have it in stock, and I'm always tempted to repurchase, but we'll see. Anyway, love Coach the Eau de Toilette. Such a very clean, fresh, easygoing scent. This was one of my daily staples for the month of May, and it's often my daily staple whenever I bring this perfume out for a monthly rotation. Same thing with Banana Republic's Peony and Peppercorn. This is like OG. This was one of the first perfumes that I've had in my collection, and honestly that kicked off my obsession with Banana Republic fragrances. Got a good dent going on. I don't know if it's visible. Yeah, maybe just a little over halfway through. This is another fresh, like very fresh, crisp, clean, rosy, peony scent. It's got peppercorn in the opening, so it gives it a very fresh spiciness. Similar in that same accord like Chloe and Versace's Bright Crystal. Very easy wear, easy to like. It even shares that same soapy, shampoo-y quality, but I love wearing this every spring and summer season. Brit, the Eau de Toilette, sweet, yummy, powdery florals and powdery almonds, sugar-coated almonds. I love wearing this. The dent also speaks for itself. This is another long-time favorite of mine. And you know, a really good, affordable designer scent. You can easily find this, and the 100 ml too, for I want to say less than $60. Less than $60. I purchased this bottle a few years ago. It was $39.99, $40, and you can still easily find this readily available for 100 ml, the big boy bottle. So I love this scent. It's been around for a long time, and this is one of my longtime faves. This is a repurchase here. That's how much I love L'Eau de Izzy from Issey Miyake. This is a unique, watery, clean, white floral fragrance. It's got an interesting note of water lotus, which I still cannot put in words how this smells like. It's a touch powdery while still being aquatic. I love this scent. I am on the hunt for more Issey Miyake fragrances. I've been hearing a lot of lovely reviews about A Drop de Issey, and I'm hoping that I can find it. And maybe even some of the Issey Miyake L'Eau de Izzy flankers. I don't know. Where have I been these past 20 years that I've never had or tried Issey Miyake fragrances, but now your girl is in love. Cherry in Japan from Mystica was just another easy reach when I was unsure of what to wear. This is a bright, floral, fruity scent. It's very airy, very sweet, like Japanese cherry blossom, but you really like as if the cherry blossoms are just floating in the air. It is a very, very clean, airy scent. There's cherry, some jasmine, there's tonka bean to give it a little bit of sweetness. It's actually it's a very lovely little fragrance. And when I use these, I spray these down like body mists because they don't have the best performance, but with how affordable you can often find Escada fragrance, I use these things up. Oh my god, I had so many perfumes on my tray. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to give Tocca's Florence some wear. I dabbed it a couple times on my wrist whenever I just wanted to sniff something. That sounds so crazy. That honestly sounds so crazy. I just wanted to sniff something, but I just give it like a little quick dab. This is a beautiful white floral gardenia fragrance. Very clean, a little green, a little creamy in the dry down. It opens up with some sweet fruity pear notes. Very lovely, very sweet. I just didn't give this one enough wear this month. Figue du Forêt is an oldie but a goodie. Man, this has been in my collection for a minute. This is so old, so beaten up. But this is actually a really nice little body mist from lmao Gourmand. This has notes of, oh, it's been such a long time. I think almond, there's a tea note. I believe there's some fig in this, although it doesn't have like that coconutty, green, figgy quality that predominantly fig perfumes can get. I really mostly get like a very sweet tea scent. Especially now that, like I said, this little body mist is so old. It's had a long time to sit. I really get a very sweet tea quality with maybe just a hint of like a green fig accord. This is really nice. It's like as if you stepped right out of the shower, that you showered in like a fig tea body wash. It's really, really nice. And I mostly wore this one on like warm days, and I just wanted like a quick spritz. They don't have the best longevity, but that does not bother me. This is just a little hair and body mist that I wore for an easy wear. Last but not least is my sexy lady in the back, Carolina Herrera. Good Girl. This is the Eau Légère flanker. This is a fresher, more floral take on Good Girl with an interesting gourmand accord of dulce de leche. And this one, I was wearing this one and playing around with layering. I'm still such a novice. I'm such a noob at layering, but I thought I'd try it out. I paired this with Vanilla Bloom from Sand and Fog. This is their inspiration of Burberry Goddess. However, I find that this is a fruitier version of it. It doesn't have that vanilla, that aromatic vanilla accord that I like. But they do wear nicely together because Carolina Herrera is like a fruity gourmand, floral gourmand perfume, and this also still shares that fruity floral gourmand quality. And then I also, the next time I wore it, I tried to pair it with Pear Blossom, and this is just the Sand and Fog's inspiration of Good Girl itself. However, again, I find that this is a little fruitier. So I just, was playing around with it anytime that I was going out for the evening or going out for dinner, with my husband. I just tried to wear these two. If you are still here, thank you so much for sticking around. That was a long ass recap. I added way too many fragrances for May, and guess what? I'm about to add more. I'm about to add a whole ton of fragrances for June. So I'm so excited. I had an idea of just kind of focusing on similar fragrance profiles, kind of like what I did with May. So for June, my idea is that I want to focus on being a tropical goddess. I want to smell like all of the coconuts, all of the ylang ylangs, all of the sandalwoods, the creamy sandalwoods, the figgy notes. So I'm trying to keep it within that same scent profile. It may seem like crazy and a little redundant, but I have a lot of coconut fragrances. It's actually obnoxious the amount of coconut fragrances that I have, but I really enjoy it. I like that scent profile. What can I say? So because I enjoyed this fragrance so damn much in the month of May, it only makes sense that I'm gonna bring it back out for June. Of course, Sunkissed Hibicus. Like, she easily climbed up to one of my faves. I have too many, but this little fragrance right here, beautiful. And just to keep it consistent, I also want to bring back out Profumo de Fiori from Gucci Blooms. And I want to continue to pair it with this lovely little oil, Shoreline from Sand and Fog, which is inspired from Prada's Infusion d'Ylang. So I'm just keeping these from my previous tray. I'm just going to keep them for this month's tray. I feel like I can never start sundress season without having this long time staple that was in my collection. This is Gardenia and Cardamom from Banana Republic. When I say long time staple, long time. I purchased this along with peony and peppercorn years ago. Um, I drank this perfume up. I've got like, I think a quarter left, 25% left of this 75 ml bottle, and I'm going to wear it down. I love this perfume. This is a fantastic little affordable gem. Truly an affordable gem. This is gardenia. It's got some spice. It's got a solar quality. I constantly think that this has coconut in it, even though they don't list a coconut note or a chord. But this does have a whole heaping bouquet full of white florals. Like in the name Gardenia, there's tuberose, which kind of gives it like a creamy, buttery feeling. With a slight spice, there's jasmine, there's ylang ylang, and I think, and that's why I'm keeping it for this tray, because I'm adding all of the coconuts and ylang ylangs and tropical florals and white florals. I really want to smell like a sun-kissed goddess. This next one is new to my collection, but I am honestly really enjoying this fragrance so far. This is Jean Paul Gaulthier's Divine. They categorize this as an oriental floral, which is very interesting to me because when I think of those ambery florals or those spicy, warm florals, I honestly, I can see that this is like a, you know what? Let me backtrack. I take it all back. Yes, I agree with how they are categorizing this as an oriental or an ambery floral because the opening is quite aquatic and salty and fresh, but in the dry down is where it really warms on the skin and it pulls ambery and almost gourmand like, while still maintaining that perfumey floral quality. This is actually quite stunning. This is my scent of the day today, actually, and I really enjoy this. I want to see how this will wear in warmer weather because today is quite cool. It's got notes of watermelon, some aquatic notes, something. There is a salty accord to it as well. There's ylang ylang. There's some white florals. There in the dry down. There's like a meringue note and patchouli, although I don't perceive the patchouli. All in all, what this smells like to me is like a watermelon, a salty watermelon that's been dipped in honey. It's got a very honeyed white floral quality to it that is just downright sexy. This smells like, you know how Sunkissed Hibicus, I said that Sunkissed Hibicus smells like a hot girl in summer? Okay, so Divine smells like that same hot girl, but she's been having the day. This is like the end of the day. She's been out partying. She's been out on the beach, in the sand, and she is sweaty because of that salty accord. Like she's sweaty and glistening, but still drop dead gorgeous. And she still smells really good while still mixed with like a little bit of sweat. Completely like random association, but when I smell it, that's what I imagine in my head. You know, getting back to reality, it is a very salty, fruity, warm floral. Warm like Flormond even. Very nice. Very eager to wear this some more during the month of June. That was like a long ass description for a perfume, but bear with me. An oldie but a goodie is Sol de Janero's Cheirosa 62. This is the pistachio and salted caramel body mist. I love this fragrance profile. I love this scent profile. This is just yummy. Every time I love it. I might wear this on the cooler days that we have because even though we're practically in summertime, where I'm at, we still have some cold days, so I'll definitely bring this one out. And I love this scent profile so much that I've got four different four four different inspirations and variations of that scent profile because I'm crazy like that. So I'm also bringing out Solar Floral from the Good Scent. This is a very affordable fragrance. This, I always say, it smells like Cheirosa 62, but without some of that gourmand accord and quality. Sand and Fog's Malibu Beach, which I believe is supposed to be inspired by Cheirosa 62. However, I find that this amps up more of that almond accord, and it leans a little more Play-Doh and powdery, but I still enjoy it. This one actually came in a set with Shoreline. Mimics compound number 32. They call this a blend of warm gourmand. This is their fragrance oil. Not my favorite variation of this scent, but I figured what the hell. I'll give it a couple days wear. And this is, I'm revisiting this one here. This is Sand and Fog's Coastal Cashmere, which to me smells like the Bum Bum Cream, which is Cheirosa 62. However, this one has a little bit of a sharp opening, a sharp accord. So just revisiting this scent. So yeah, your girl is a little kooky for that Cheirosa 62 scent profile. On top of your girl being cuckoo for Cheirosa 62, your girl is also cuckoo for coconuts because the amount of coconut body mists that I'm introducing to this tray is obscene. So the first one is Bali Black Coconut Sands from Bath & Body Works. This is an old fragrance. This is real old, but still smells great. Used it up quite a bit over the years. This is a very sweet, sugary, warm, almost like a toasted coconut. Imagine like coconut with a little bit of brown sugar on it. It's very nice, very sweet, very easy to wear. It leans, honestly, I find that this leans a little more floral than it does foodie, like a foodie coconut scent. But nonetheless, I still really, really enjoy it. This one is new to my collection and was completely an impulse purchase. This is Nest's Balinese Coconut. And as you can see, I purchased this at TJ Maxx for $14.99 because I've been seeing that they've actually had quite a few Nest body mists. When I had purchased Turkish Rose and Seville Orange, they had Balinese Coconut. And I didn't pick it up the same day. I actually went back and purchased it at another time. So this one is a really interesting coconut scent because when I had seen it, I didn't smell it at first. I just kind of picked it up and figured, yeah, you know what, I'm going to like it. But this one I find leans more woody than coconutty. On the package, it lists notes of creamy coconut, tiare blossom, salted musk. However, I think there's sandalwood in this. Some sort of sandalwood or cedarwood because it has a heavy woody accord or a heavy woody quality. Like imagine you're in a coconut but there's like a wooded forest in the background. Like you're smelling a coconut but there's a wooded forest around you. It's actually really nice and I'm excited to give this some wear time for the month of June. The next one is another completely impulsive purchase, but I was so surprised to see them carrying this brand. This is Sol de Janeiro Danca Mystica. I remember seeing some talk about this a while back. It could have been months ago. It could have been a year ago. I'm unsure now, but I think this was part of like a limited edition drop from Sol de Janeiro because they're doing that now. They're just constantly dropping limited editions to, I guess, create a sense of FOMO among consumers, but whatever. I'm guessing this one didn't do so well when it came to sales because it was at discounters, and I purchased this discounted for $16 at TJ Maxx. So, they said it was $20. I got $4 off. It's still in the packaging, y'all, so this is going to be a completely blind wear. But from what I saw in the notes, this is supposed to be a very woody scent. Some even compare it to Le Labo Santal 33. So we'll see. We'll see how it wears. I'm excited to try this one out. And I'm adding this to my tray because, again, leaning towards that tropical florals and sandalwood accords. Now, I'm not usually a body mist type of girl. I was way back in the day, like your girl used to be in Bath and Body Works quite often. But I stopped for a while, and I guess now I still am not really a body mist type of girl, but for some reason I seem to be acquiring quite a bit of body mists now. This one is Kopari's Canalapi Coast. So this is a hair and body mist. Impulse purchase at TJ Maxx, of course. I bought this for $14.99. And I tested it out and I smelled it in the store. Just gave it like a little quick spritz. And I thought this smelled really nice. So this is a coconut scent. Yes, so it lists here sweet coconut milk and vanilla. So this one leans more of that foodie gourmand, like coconut quality, more so than black coconut sands and Balinese coconut. I wanted to give this some wear, and I don't mind body mists, especially if they are light wearing, because with body mists you just reapply whenever you want. Since we're on the subject of yummy, delicious coconut, I could not wait to bring out this little affordable gem. This is Pacifica's Indian Coconut Nectar. I showcased this in my previous haul. Y'all, this is so yummy. Like, smelling this out of the bottle, it makes me hungry. This smells like rice pudding made with a hefty amount of coconut milk. I mean, like the whole can of coconut milk. You put some creme de coco, you put some cream, heavy cream, and it smells so yummy. My grandma used to make my grandma used to make rice pudding like that. It would have you knocked out for days. Oh my God. It was very indulgent. And that's what Indian coconut nectar smells like. It opens up, honestly, smelling like rice pudding. It has like that almost dry, savory quality, like if you were smelling the steam of rice with coconut in the background. And as it warms and wears on skin, it actually gets sweeter. This is a really, really nice little perfume. Like most Pacifica scents, they don't last long, but that, again, doesn't bother me. I am just really excited to wear this scent and smell like an obnoxious walking coconut rice pudding. Next one is another new purchase. Hopefully I'll be able to show this little haul. I was able to find quite a few Banana Republic scents in Burlington. This one is Fresh Pear and Coconut, and this is from their Collezione Riservata line, which I'm guessing is just like branding off of their original Icon line. Now this one is very, very interesting, and I'm not quite sure how I feel about it yet. I've given this just some test wear, like a little spritz here and there, but I want to give this a full day's wear. I was eager to try this out because the packaging, I was a sucker for this insane lime green yellow, like highlighter yellow color. I love this color. It's very like outlandish and garish, but really, really cool. However, the scent does not match the packaging nor the notes listed here. Fresh pear and coconut. Now, again, I have to give it some more wear time on the skin, but out of the nozzle, I get neither pear nor coconut. So, I'm gonna give this some wear, and I'll share. Hopefully, I'll be able to share my thoughts with you later. Adding a couple more sand and fog oils because I have so many. This one is coconut and sandalwood. I wore this last year when my husband and I went traveling, and this is a really, really cute little coconut scent. This smells like a pina colada. I don't really get a lot of sandalwood. This is a fruity coconut. I get pineapple, I get, some citrus fruits in the opening. I get coconut, I get vanilla, sugar. It's really, really cute, really nice to wear for the summer. Just one of those easy, fun scents to wear. Last but certainly not least is another new addition to my collection. This is Sand and Fog's Coconut Beach. Just take a second to like really appreciate this little bottle. I love it. This aquamarine blue and in this little violin shaped bottle. I really, really enjoy it. I love it. So this is a really beautiful, fresh, clean, marine, aquatic coconut scent with just like a hint of woodiness. This honestly leans very unisex. A man or woman could wear this easily. This is their inspiration of Jo Malone's Beach Blossom. I've not smelled Jo Malone's Beach Blossom, so I can only speak on Coconut Beach, but really what I get is a very fresh, aquatic, slightly like minty green, woody coconut scent. Like imagine if you had coconut water, like a very cold, fresh coconut water with some woody accords. There's, I want to say there's some citruses in the opening. So there's like a bright zestiness in it. This is actually really nice. Smelling it out the bottle. I can't wait to give this some wear. When smelling this, I imagine like a very fresh, clean man coming out of the water. It's a clean, sexy coconut scent. Oh my god. Y'all, thanks for sticking around. This was a long video. I hope you guys had something to snack on and sip on while hanging out with me as I talk about my crazy coconut tray for the month of June. Let me know what you guys think. Talk to me in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are you guys planning to wear for this summer? Give me a like if you did like this video. Subscribe if you want to. I will always appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.